I mean, they're not giving me a shot. You're not giving yourself a shot because the station should not be your only proving ground.
I'm saying on the panel with legends. It's dope.
Like I said in the beginning of this, and I can't believe she's still here, and this is amazing to me that we have an artist that's actually not even from the United States that is on this right now. We called out all these CT artists that are not on this. There's somebody from Australia that's actually on this live right now. Her name is Audie B. I'm gonna just transfer her over here, and Audie, throw the video on.
Thank you so much for having me on the show, and thanks for all the panelists. Amazing insight, amazing advice. Yeah, it really, really means a lot from everywhere around the world. There's been leaks and things like that about, you know, even major labels, you know, buying streams and things like that. And then artists not being able to even fill up concert venues. And then you've got other artists who are doing less views on YouTube or on Spotify, but then are able to fill up, you know, major stadiums like, you know, in 1 week. So my question is, how do we rival with that? How do we know what to what marketing should be put forward? Should it be, you know, going to concerts? Obviously we can't do it now, so it's, you know, lives on digital, or, you know, but should it be, you know, that digital marketing? Because a lot of it isn't organic as well, and a lot of leaks are that a lot of stuff isn't organic. So how do we get around that and find the real good marketing techniques and ways?
So yeah, I mean, listen, there's a big difference in the type of fan. Big, normally just that, they're big records. It's up to the artist to build the base first, right? So like, there could be an artist that does 100 million streams, right? And then there could be this big artist that does 1 billion streams. But that person who has 100 million streams could have more listening hours because they have a bigger core fan base. And what that tells you is that the other fans, just like the song, they don't really care about the artist. So I think independently building a relationship between, like a symbiotic relationship between artist and fan, is super important, because again, being independent is all about your base. Without a base, you have nothing. The fans are everything.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, that's the difference. I mean, there's a lot, there could be an artist on the radio right now that has 15 million users, but he has 300,000 followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
That just means that they like the song, but they don't really care about him.
Yeah.
So as an independent artist, you need them to not give a shit about how big the song is. You need them to relate to your music and get them to consume your merch and come to your show and buy your ticket.
For being with us, that's amazing.
It's nearly 5 a.m. here in France. So
I don't even know the time it is right now.
Wait. There's no excuses.
Right, exactly,
It's
bitch.
about 5 a.m. doing this.
Hey, you're from Australia, but you're in France right now.
Yeah, I'm quarantined in France. Yeah, in Europe.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Audie, when you get your cell phone bill, we're gonna owe Chip and help you pay for it.
Can we ask her a question as an artist?
Of course.
So, Audie, how you doing? Big Mike, the ruler, Connecticut. I'm a promoter DJ out here. So with COVID going on, what strategies and what changes have you made in your career to building your fan base and getting your music out there? What changes have you made with everything going on today?
Yeah, so I really, as you were talking about, I redefined my business model, I guess. You know, being in COVID, you have to actually have a strategy and redefine that business model. And I think it was less about then bringing songs out all the time and having new tracks, not because I lost inspiration, you know, but more so because it's about marketing. I mean, because you can have a good song, but if it's not marketed well, then it won't go anywhere. So, you know, it was about having that marketing strategy being put in place, because that was really to get it out there and to get it out of France, to get it out of Australia, you know, to be bringing stuff to the US on digital platforms, reaching out to people, reaching out to podcasts, reaching out to radios, but having that sort of set plan and saying, okay, I'm going to do this, you know, on Monday, and reach out and do this. It's about having an actual plan and strategy. And that's how I've been seeing it grow. And it's such a satisfaction now, because I'm you know, I'm seeing this worldwide movement happening, even though we're all like quarantined, you know. So
Very cool.
Yeah, that's super dope, man. And like I said, I mean, any artist that's on here right now, I mean, look, I mean, this is just one of the artists that are not from Connecticut that made it a priority to be here. And look at the time change. It's 5 a.m. So we've been on here for 3 hours. That means she started at 2 a.m., right?
yes, correct.
I respect it a lot.
You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
I've got all my notes as well too. I've been writing everything down, all my notes, 2 pages back to back of all the notes of all the panelists. Is very important, you know, to yeah, as you said, stay humble and take notes. And it's never, you know, it's always an opportunity to learn, and there's always opportunities to learn. So yeah, it's precious information.
And Audie, let me tell you this.
Thank you so much.
I want to thank you for coming up. I mean, she looks amazing for it to be that time and in quarantine. You know what I mean? 5 in the morning, and it looks like it's 5 in the afternoon. You know what I mean? So that's what's up, man. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
Oh,
Hey, G, don't come on here with that light skin shit. Light skin ass shit. Talking about you look good. It's like 5 in the afternoon. With 5 light skin ass niggas.
Yo, I can't be thankful or nice to the lady that came all the way from Australia and France to be here.
Of course, but hey, we brothers. You know I'm gonna talk shit.
You did the light skin thing, trying to call me out.
hey, that's how I could call it. I am light skinned.
That's what we do, baby. All right, Audie, you have yourself a great night.
Thank you so much.
No
Thanks to everyone.
From different states, and they stayed the whole time, man. Thank y'all so much.
Yo, it's like 7 a.m. in France right now. She
rocking with her notepad.
Damn.
Yeah.
King's on the panel.
Nothing happening. It's called taking steps. Do the streets even mess with it? You know what I'm saying? Start there. If your own block don't mess with it, why you gonna expect the world?
Here, okay? And you keep it continuously for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. And Spotify is like, oh, this is amazing. The person puts out content all the time. Their algorithm is just growing slowly. It's growing. So what they do is they start to put you in
the people higher up. So in the corporate offices, they don't listen to the radio station. They read the radio station. So if you haven't handled your business, it looks like we've had dead air. If I play 5 songs back to back,
manager's job is not to invest into an artist from a monetary standpoint. More of a relationship with an artist to help elevate them into their current
thing
career.
with an artist, man, because you can have 1 million songs. I've been working with a lot of people, and we just sit on records, or we have records together, and they, you know, it might not do anything because you spend your whole budget trying to work with an artist and not have the budget together to actually get the artist. I mean, get the movement going. When you have a quality record,
this could be the record. Like, let's spend 25, 50, 100,000 to break this record nationwide. And there was nothing tangible. Like, you could get 2,000, 3,000 spins a week. There's nothing really tangible, right? Now you could spend 10 to 15 to 20K just in digital marketing, and you can get 10 million streams on a record.
It's called programming. What it is that your job is to program. So when you hear a record going over and over and over again, it's a program, which is programming in your mind.
Relationships. So a lot of these rappers talk to me all the time. Yo, how can I get my record played? I was like, well, first, maybe show up to the club, build a relationship with the DJ. Oh, I don't do clubs. Well, how the fuck you gonna want to get your record broken if you don't do clubs? You better get off that gang shit and get off the bullshit and come support the DJ and come hear your record rock out in the club and come meet some fans, shake some hands, kiss some babies, sign some autographs, bring some big breasted girls and put on some tight shirts and make a movie. Bring your camera crew, get a VIP, pop a bottle, act like it's a movie, right? So I've dealt with so many artists like Chris Fury has mentioned. I've played a lot of their artists. They always show love. They come to the club because they see that fan base is there and they just never get to reach out to them. So another R word is everybody wants rotation. That's the first thing how can I get in rotation? I tell them all the time, you don't want rotation because at the end of the day, your rotation, you're going up against Drake, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Beyonce, Jay-Z.
And he cheated to win this, that, and other. He showed up with a busload of people. They all stood in line and paid to get in. And when he got on stage, they went bananas. All these other cats, everybody they showed up with wanted to get in the back door with them and be on stage.
Allocated funds to invest into the artist. And based on what I've done with an artist or two, 125,000 is what I'm going to set as a run. So I just want to clarify that, so I don't want artists to think that, oh, I got to have 125,000. Because to Chris's point, he was stating that they can do something under, and something under for an indie label or a major, but you can be your own independent artist and maybe have 20,000. All depends on the relationships you have with producers.
You got to spend it on playlisting. You got to spend it on YouTube. The thing about now is that stuff is tangible. You can spend your money on something that's monetized and see the return back. So if you spend money on YouTube, you spend money on Spotify, you spend money on any of the DSPs, and increases your streams, you see the money back.
I get tired of it. Even when I was still a part of the big radio station, I would still tell people, like, why are you just jumping here? Why are you overlooking LeRae with your video? Why are you overlooking B. Davis, who's stuffing his mouth? That must be some good dinner, brother. You know what I'm saying? It's like, not that, you know what I mean? And that's what I say when I bring y'all to judge my showcases and things like that. You know what I mean? It really upsets me. You know what I'm saying? Even no matter what level I thought I was at or whatever like that, it really upsets me that there are people that generally care about y'all, you know what I'm saying, that might be on that street level with y'all that y'all just completely overlooking. Yeah,
you're gonna have to do that. Certain things you can't avoid. Cats are trying to avoid the hard part. It ain't no shortcuts. You taking a shortcut on you and you expect somebody to take you serious. You want somebody to cut you a big check by way of a shortcut. There's no way to shortcut around this. Take the bumps and bruises. And cats are afraid to do that. You want to tell me you believe in yourself, but you didn't want to put $75 up. So you expect an executive to cut a large check with a bunch of
you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Like I didn't ask anybody to help me. I went out there and I got it for myself. And I think that that's the problem with a lot of CT artists. They not out there. They're depending on someone to open the door for them instead of them open the goddamn door themselves.
Yo, you're gonna have to miss out on the quote unquote fun stuff until you get your shit together. And dudes don't want to miss out on that. If it's an opportunity to be seen out and about popping bottles and doing this, that, and the other, yo, I gotta be over here. I gotta be over here because this is happening. But that's your opportunity to be looking this stuff up. Dudes want to sleep half the day. Yo, I don't remember, unless I was sick, I don't remember the last time I slept 8 hours. I don't remember it.
Straight up.
I'm that serious, man. I'm that serious. It's like, yo, I'm trying to get to it. I'm trying to get in multiple ways. You understand? Like, dude, if this don't work for me, this radio and DJ stuff, I'm gonna be all right. Because I'm setting up other stuff over here.
What Big Man was saying, if the pandemic and the COVID-19 hasn't made you a hustler, made you a grinder, made you work harder from videos. Like I talked to Connecticut artists.
Open the fucking door yourself. Work hard. Get yourself in position. Don't be too
the thing is to have as many people hear your music and do this shit for a living. You understand? So the artists, they don't need shit from anybody. I know an artist I know a half a dozen artists personally that don't even really have a fucking manager. And they make millions of dollars. What they do is they hire people to work on salary and they don't take a percentage. So take me for instance.
Where that $75, if you have registered yourself as a business, is a write-off. It's an investment and you can write it off. It's a business expense. Everything you did that day is a whole business expense. You can write it all off, from your lunch to your travel to the whole thing. It's a whole write-off. And they did $75, you didn't want to spend that. The knowledge that was dropped in there, the access that you had to people, the questions that could have been answered there. It was right there, right in Hartford, and the place was halfway packed. It wasn't even packed, and most of the people
weren't supposed to know that. Now the artist should know fucking everything. The producers should know everything. The engineers should know everything. because they can make their own money and make their own living and control shit. You used to have to go get a deal.
Really that hungry about your gift and about what you want to do for a living, it ain't about nobody helping you. It's about you making it happen. Everybody that's on this panel made that shit happen. Yes, a door opened, somebody opened the door, but your hard work, your knowledge, your thirst for wanting to be successful, not famous, but for your craft. That is what we all did and what we're all continually striving to do with our gifts, like what we want to do with our life. We're working, we're making it happen, we're going after it. I haven't made any money with anybody on this panel.
Yep.
And so the internet is the new hustle to do that, because what they proved is they could get a fan base somewhere else. They could get people who don't know them to buy their music, because most times, 9 times out of 10, the people who know you want the hookup. They want the hookup. Like everybody's talking about how all they mans in them think that they this hot, this, that, and the other, but are they gonna spend that $10 on the CD? Oh, come on, man. You know, I know you. They gonna give you that who and ha. They do it with me and Craig all the time for gigs. Come on, man, you my man. Okay, then pay me what I'm asking for. This is business right now. I'm not here for the bartering. I'm not here for the negotiations. You say you my man, then support me. Because then you're not really my man. Those people over there, those my people. Let's start with the finger pointing. You're not popping because of you. Because really, if you got one door closing and you give up right there and start making a bunch of excuses, you failed yourself. If 93.7 won't play your record and you believe it's that hot, keep moving. To that, I ask, have you had a conversation with B. Davis?